Hey guys, first Adam here bringing you an updated video for the Demon Hunter Unhallowed Essence build. This is still on the PTR, patch 2.4.0. They released an update, changed a couple things around, and I got a couple new pieces of gear that I didn't have in the last video. So I'm going to just go over it real quick and just kind of show you the changes, then I'm going to jump into a Greater Rift and we'll test it out. So the majority of everything still stayed the same. I've been practicing Greater Rifts, and toughness was my number one key downfall. I have the damage, but it comes to reflect or, wing and beast or anything like that, they jump on me, they one-shot me. So I had to figure out some toughness. So I switched the Wraps of Clarity, just for that added toughness, just through auto attacks. And when I use it, I get up to 57 million toughness, and that greatly helps in Greater Rifts. I'm also trying out the Hunter's Wrath, because before I was using Reaper Wraps, and that really helped me keep my my hatred up. I almost had max hatred all the time. So with this, I attack faster, and it helps replenish my hatred quicker. I really want to use my Witching Hour just because it's really strong and does a hell of a lot of damage. This one at least, and so I really want to use this one, but at the same time, I can't at the same time because I just need the added toughness and hatred regeneration. So I'm trying it out with this one. This will be the first Greater Rift I've tried it with this. I changed around a couple of my gems. I'm now using Tagok for the added damage and armor. This gets my toughness when my wraps are up and everything to about 75 million, and it really helps. The big change is my Dead Man's Legacy. My old one was a Legacy one, whereas the new one in the PTR has an added primary attribute to it, and that is increase multi-shot damage by up to 100%. So this is very good. So I have a 96%. I rolled Hatred Regeneration on it. I'm trying Hatred Regeneration as well. And actually I might not need this belt anymore because I switched to my Templar. I made a stun Templar, so he's going to be stunning almost everything. And so I get 1 hatred regeneration per second from that, and I'm getting 1.5 from this combined with my chest armor. So I'm getting some decent hatred regeneration, almost 8 per second, which is really good because, as we can see, I can fire quite a bit before I actually run out. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm actually going to switch this back, buff my damage back up. So I'm losing that toughness, but my damage is going to really skyrocket. I also put some diamonds in my pants to give me some much needed all resist. As you can see, my all resist is kind of low, but it's definitely going to go up because of these. And also, instead of a diamond, I'm using a amethyst in my helmet. So, we'll see how this turns out. So I'm going to be doing a Greater Rift rank 65. I've never done it before with this build at this Greater Rift level. I've beaten 64. So, and I'm not using any of the cheese items that you see, such as the gloves with the perma shield that procs on everything that hits you, or the rings, because those are, it's either bugged or they're overpowered and they're getting nerfed. So I don't really want to use those when that's not essentially going to be what we can use in the live patch. So this, as far as I know, is going untouched. So when the patch does go live, everything will still be the same. Alright, well, let's jump into it. I'm going to empower it. Let's go to 65. 208 million gold. That's fine. Let's do it.
Unleash.
Let's see here. And also, what's nice is that the Templar, I have it set up so he has 2 heals and a life regeneration. So I was using the Scoundrel before just because he gave extra crit chance damage and stuff, and he slowed the enemy. But since I'm not going off of any slowed procs anymore, so I'm not using Call of Weak or the Bane of the Trapped, I don't really need him to slow anymore. Fire damage time. Alright, got my max stacks. You see I'm at 61 million toughness, which is a fair amount for a Demon Hunter. And that one's dead. Damn it, lost my stacks. That's one thing I don't like about Tagak. I'm not used to keeping up stacks on a Demon Hunter, so it's just train myself to get used to it. With extra hatred regeneration, when I proc my my vengeance, I definitely can just go ham. I don't have to worry about my hatred because it actually will regenerate faster than I can spend it, ever so slightly. So that's pretty cool. And I'm also doing this, as you can see, I'm not grinding for the perfect riff. I'm just kind of opening it up and doing it. I hate grinding for the perfect riffs. I think that's just bullshit. They've been working with a lot of balancing issues and stuff, so as far as I can tell, it's pretty good. I mean, there are still some really stupid monsters out there that just kind of one-shot shit that they need to nerf, but go. Help those guys. Yeah, I'm ahead of time now. See, my sheet damage is up to 3 million, which is really, really good. For this combo, it definitely deals with its fair share of damage. I just wish that this, it's like, most of the damage is coming from the rockets from my multi-shot, not from multi-shot itself. My multi-shots only hit me for about 1 billion when everything's procced, so which is good compared to what I dealt with the last couple seasons, ever since we released the Unhallowed set. But at the same time, not great compared to all the other ones. And so Demon Hunters right now at the leaderboard, they're only hitting about rank between 75 to 80. There's a couple in there, and you'll see some on the leaderboard that are higher than that, but they're using the bug guidance, so I don't count that. Twin69 just got off stream, and he was talking about it as well. And he's actually the top monk right now that's not cheesing anything, and he was able to clear Greater Rift 87. So can't wait for these changes to go into effect, so stop using the item. There's nothing wrong, it's a PTR, it's all fun and games, it's great. But when it goes live, that's not exactly where everything's going to be at, so right now it's kind of given false pretenses to what the classes will actually be. Left damage. Yeah! The whole fight with reflect damage. I wasn't able to do that before. That's great.
Your fear betrays you.
Definitely have to do a lot of kiting with the Demon Hunter. That is a guarantee. That's fine. That's what a ranged person should be doing. They shouldn't have so much toughness that they can just stand there and just tank anything that they want, but they should be doing a great deal of damage from afar. So, I mean, I think Demon Hunters are pretty well balanced right now. I'm sure they can make a little bit more damage for being a ranged person, kind of like an assassin type thing. But overall, I still like them. The new Marauder set, I'm still farming all the gear for that. I'll be making a video on that set here soon, once I get all the gear. But they redid the Manicore, so now it's basically the multi-shot bow, the Yang's bow here, for cluster arrow, which is really, really good. Reduced the cost of cluster arrow by up to, I think, 60%, and increased the damage of it by 100%. Also, the new Bombardier's Rucksack, it increases sentry damage by 100%. So I actually think that is going to be a bigger DPS than this multi-shot build. Also a lot more fun. I really enjoyed the Marauder set. I was sad when it went away because it was just obsolete when it came to damage. But now that they're bringing it back, it's pretty awesome. I can't wait to fully try it out. Mob types. So much stuff to dodge. They need to fix that issue. They shouldn't be able to count time for your buffs when going through loading screens, because I've lost all my stacks now. And I fire fast enough, I'm going to regain them pretty quickly, but there is an internal cooldown on it. It's not every attack is this. For me, it's every 2 attacks. It's just horrible.
Aid. I wish I could do that.
Damn it. Shit. I'm losing my timer. Like, this was a pretty shitty rift, so mob density is really low, not the greatest mob type. But like I said, I don't like fishing for rifts. I like just to take them as they come. So, do everything I can to beat it. I'm actually doing a lot better in this one than my last one. The last on 64, I died like 6 times or something like that, or 7 times. I was still able to beat it, so. But at BlizzCon, they announced that each Greater Rift tier or level that you go up increases the difficulty by 17%. So you're going to have 17% more damage and 17% more health, toughness. So everything about this rift is 17% harder than what I just did.
Not ready yet.
Health link, my favorite.
I need healing.
Close one. And T10 is so easy now. When I do normal rifts, I just practically one-shot everything, makes farming for everything super, super easy. And see, I'm only hitting for when Ring of the World Grant, not Ring of the World Grant, when competitive element products. I mean, I'm hitting for 6 billion or so. So, I mean, this is by no means an overpowered set anymore. I mean, when it first was released, it was awesome. But not anymore. But it's still fun to play. It's still one of my favorite sets just because it's just so bursty. For farming normal rifts, it's one of the best. You know, Monk is probably the fastest, but I don't like the playstyle of the Monk. I don't find it as fun anymore. I mean, except for like when the Monk first came out, Monk was my first character, and I loved the Monk. It was a lot of fun to play. Sure, it was very underpowered. They didn't have anything going for them, but it was just fun. Now there's just way too many mechanics involved. You got to keep this timer up. You got to keep this down. You got to do this. You got to do that. It's just way too much work, and it's no longer fun. I don't think you're just more concentrated on making sure your timing is absolutely perfect. Because if you screw one timing up, you know you're done for. And I don't like that. Very much time at all for this boss. I gotta be able to melt them quickly.
I don't like the look of that.
Do it in under a minute. Oh man, I was hoping that guy would have popped it. Damn it. Not gonna make it. There's no way. Holy shit. Yeah, they didn't even make these worth a little more. This is ridiculous. That was a large group I just killed. And of course. So, yeah, GG. Now it spawns. I am interested to see how fast I can get that. Yeah, see, he dies super, super easy. All below that 53% health threshold mark. It's really easy. Yeah, see, all I needed was 40 seconds to kill him. 40 seconds. that a Manicore? Nope. That's what I need. I need an Ancient Manicore. All these set items, and look, I can't even upgrade. That's
I
stupid.
am returning to town.
If you empower it and you spend that much money, even if you aren't able to defeat the Rift Guard, they should make that you can at least upgrade once because you paid for it. Not the other 3 times because those are complimentary, but but there you have it. That is the so my limit looks to be about a 65, maybe a 66. If I get a better Rift, I didn't get any pylons at all. Just a really, really, really bad Rift. For being so bad, I thought I still made pretty good time, especially for this build. Only died once, I believe, so overall I thought it was pretty good. Just kind of disappointed I wasn't able to kill a boss in time. But it wasn't because I didn't have enough damage, just the mob types were just horrible. They're just so spread out in just small little packs of them. But there you have it. The updated Unhallowed Essence. Just real quick, run over through my skills. Pretty basic. If you've played it before. Basic Fire with Focus, Multi-Shot with Arsenal, Vault with Tumble, Preparation with Invigoration, Companion with Wolf, Vengeance with Sheath, Awareness, Ambush, Steady Aim, and Ballistics. Some people like to switch out Steady Aim for something else, usually like a Leech or Single Out or Call of the Week. But I like this just the flat 20% damage increase. Call of the Week is very situational. You have to get somebody with a slow, so your Templars have the stun, or your follower would have the slow if you have the Scoundrel in order to proc this, unless if you are using turrets, which shouldn't be using with the Unhallowed Essence. So single out's pretty good for single target damage, but at the same time, when you have as much crit chance as I do, I'm sitting at 61%. You don't need that extra 25%. I already crit over half the time that I attack anyway. So it's definitely a lot of fun. I still like it. I wish it did a little bit more damage to compete with the other sets that they're doing. They tried to buff it by releasing new versions of it, like this gives you damage. I would almost say let this do bonus damage as well, but at the same time I don't, because it already gives you 47% resource cost reduction, and it's also multi-shot. So it's pretty nice already. What I do think is, what would actually really make this build really stand out is if you can just get more max discipline on your other items. Why not be able to get max discipline on all of the Unhallowed Essence? Because since it is geared toward this build, you'd think you'd be able to. Unless they changed that. Previously on the live you can't do that, but I can't look anyway. Everything's been re-rolled. But you should be able to get at least up to 12 on each item. That would really make this set pop, be able to push greater revs, have the damage to actually do things. If they did that, easily hands down my favorite of all time. Right now it's still currently the Marauder 6 because it was just so much fun. I loved it when they auto-attacked, so you didn't have to actually attack each time, but as soon as they switched it to where you did every time you attacked, they attacked, it made it a lot easier. I did a lot more damage, but at the same time, having turrets just do all the work for you was really cool. It was really easy, very laid back. All you had to do is just make sure that you stayed out of damage. So you didn't need much toughness. You just stayed away and let the turrets do all the work for you. But again, I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, like and subscribe. Leave a comment with any suggestions or thoughts that you want me to try out, and I'll see what I can do about them. I'll be making more videos for the Demon Hunter. I'll be doing the Marauder set next. That'll be my next Demon Hunter video. So just stay tuned for more Demon Hunter videos. And as always, thank you for watching, and have a great day.